Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, we're dumping. Because, like a lot of these coins are actually down, especially the ones that pumped all this much. But this is not a dump, guys. No, this is not a dump. We're still at 18,800, which is almost exactly where we were like yesterday. We're only down 1%. That is not much of a dump for Bitcoin. Yes, the altcoins are bleeding a lot, but the altcoins have actually pumped a lot too. And the altcoins that have pumped the most are the ones that are actually going to be dumping the most. That's almost inevitable. What this is Bitcoin trying to break 19,500 resistance and not succeeding. There is a significant resistance around 19,500. That is the last resistance we have before we actually get past 20K and race to new all-time highs. That is the last bar of resistance we have, and I do expect that to actually last a while. We're not going to get that past that on the first or second try. We've already tried it once, and we did actually get rejected back down. I expect us to actually try it 4 or 5 times actually before we finally break, because remember, 19.6, 19.7, just above that was basically the all-time high, and people bought at the all-time high, and now they're trying to sell it several years later to actually break even. Like people are just like tired of waiting to try to break even, and that's probably the last barrier to resistance before we go higher. I think like if you're waiting for 3 years, it's kind of dumb to sell at that point, but I guess they don't want to risk it going down again, which it honestly could. So people who are panicking saying this is a dump, altcoin dump, this is not. This is basically BTC trying to test the limits. Well, not test the limits, but this is basically Bitcoin trying to test the last resistance between for the all-time high and failing. And I expect us to test it probably for the better part of a month. It's like, it really hasn't gotten close to 19,500 afterwards. Like we're having a break at 19,000. That's because probably a lot of people are probably selling because they think it actually goes down. I think the longer this goes on, the longer people are going to think it's going to go down. I mean, there are factors that could make it go down because despite everything, like I think all the economic stuff, like with Janet Yellen coming in, the transition actually going a little bit smoother now. And basically the end of the trade war with China, that's going to boost stocks up a bit. But I think most of that's actually been calculated in. And we're going to have to start dealing with the stark reality that we might actually have shutdowns for a while, and it's going to take a while for the economy to recover afterwards. So based on that, I think there could be a chance for another dip, but people generally invest with visions of the future, and with a coronavirus remedy or the coronavirus vaccine actually being very, very close now, I think people are going to continue to be optimistic in the stock market, and I think that will actually flow over into the crypto market. So, if we hit like 19,000 and retrace a couple times, it is not a dump. Even if we dump back to like 14, like 15, 16,000, that's just a correction. And I'm sure like within a couple of months or within a month or two, we're probably going to test the all-time high again and break through. If we don't break through the all-time high this year, it'll definitely be next year. And we're definitely looking forward to that. But that resistance at 19,005 is pretty tough. And because that was the all-time high, there's a lot of people waiting to sell that and trying to break even. So, after we get past that, I think we can go to 25, maybe even 30,000. But that we have to break through that last resistance first. So this is basically just getting rejected at the resistance and trying to basically consolidate before going back up again. So don't worry, don't panic. It's not a dump. Stop saying like I know a lot of people like are gonna be stupid in my live stream and like tell everyone how everything's dumping. It's not really dumping. We're still almost at 19,000. And 1% is not much of a dump. It's just daily movement being rejected at the resistance. It's not dumping. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.